Here we go.
Good morning, goddess. How are you today?
It's later in the morning today.
Well, we're busier than ever.
We're working out in the mornings. We were off of that for a while, but we're so on it now. And we're gorgeous. We're
Feel
svelte.
Feel it. Just feel. Okay, me first.
Yeah, you're just showing.
I know.
Ooh,
I know. 2 kids. That's what you get from lifting 2 kids. Twins, right? Twins will do it to you. But it does go away if you don't use it. You'll use it or lose it.
Every day for 9 days you've been doing.
I've been doing 9 days. I'm so proud because I've stuck to it. And on our last show, we were talking about, giving yourself the gift of going at your own pace and doing something you love and making sure that
And loving your body.
Loving yourself enough to stick to it. Yeah.
It was the body thing.
I did love my body, but I love myself enough to make my body more lovable.
But you can love your body as it is, too.
I could have, but I didn't. So that was the honest part.
That's the honest part.
That was the honest part.
But the work is to love yourself no matter what's looking like.
I know. That is good work.
So how do we do that?
Keep it up.
How do we do that?
We don't. We don't always do it.
Yes, we do.
We backslide and things get out of hand.
How do you address it?
I dress it in black because then I won't have to.
It's slimming, I know. But here's the thing.
I dress it.
If you want to love your body, no matter what's going on with it, find something that you do love. For instance, my neck is amazing.
It is.
And I have eyes. I love my hair. So if I can't focus on what's below because I go into negative comparison, but I can focus on what's up here and appreciate it, I'm going to stay there for a while.
That's right.
Because it's working. And it helps me to love me more. So that's what I can do.
Okay.
And as this shifts, as I shift and love myself more, then I can appreciate even more. You know, I have to say,
please do.
This woman's amazing. She taught me how to love my butt. Because she's got such a magnificent butt, and we have the same butt. So as I noticed hers and liked hers, I started liking mine, which I didn't like before.
I love that story.
It's awesome.
It's happened to 3 other people at camp.
Really?
They've actually mentioned that. And I am proud of that because I really do love my body, and I was joking with you before. But the fact is that some people don't, so you need to get to where you do. And once you do, you can reflect that. It is not a size 8, folks. Sorry. I don't believe in that kind of pressure and guilt in life, guilting you into starving, being cold and hungry. What was it? Most women who are thin and beautiful are also cold and hungry all the time, and they're grouchy and they're whiny. So I don't believe in suffering for your body. So teaching other women to love what they've gotten, how great it is, that's an important part of camp, my life, what you do. It's important.
Yeah, it's kind of a perfect lead into our topic for today.
Why, what's our topic since this is season 2, episode 6?
Guilty pleasure.
She picked that topic.
I did, because, guilt is kind of a waste of time and energy, and we all kind of really know that.
That's right.
But yet, we still indulge. And we indulge because there's aspects of it that give you pleasure. For instance, when my husband and I divorced, we split time with our daughter. I was having a difficult time being separated from her, and I had a lot of guilt around it. I didn't want to be away from my kid. I wanted to enjoy. I was missing things. And so my guilty pleasure was overcompensating when I was with her. So, trying to make sure I just juiced every spare second of moment that I had with her and was the best mom I could be, and just really kind of
That's where the hover mother came in,
Yeah,
not that I didn't do that with mine.
None of us do that.
No.
For us, it's a pleasure because we want to do the right thing, and so it feels good to do the right thing. But if your motivation is guilt, it taints the quality of your gift. Taints the pleasure.
Thank you for explaining that, because most times people hear guilty pleasure, they think they're doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Like my vibrator.
But it feels, stop it. But it feels, now I can't continue my sentence. It feels so good, you don't want to stop it.
It's not good for the muscles.
Okay, so guilty pleasure is not doing something you know you shouldn't do. It's doing something pleasurable, but your motivation is guilt.
Right.
You
are so smart.
I don't care what they say.
Before the show, we were talking about what we were going to talk about, and she was fighting me on this. She's got it.
Didn't get it.
Brilliant.
Well, that's how good explaining-anizer you are.
Explaining-anizer.
An explain-anizer.
Let's add that to the Goddess Dictionary.
A Goddesspedia. We're developing a Goddesspedia, so send in your words and the proper explanation to Jean, G-E-N, at goodmorninggoddess.com.
Yes, there you go.
Or Helena
at
goodmorninggoddess.com. We love your little notes and letters. You guys are funny.
Let's talk about how this guilt permeates.
Let's talk about guilt, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Hey, we could get in trouble for copyright for this. Be careful.
I changed the words.
Just one.
If you change the words, it's parody.
Oh,
Trust me. What do you think my whole show is built around?
Okay.
I am funny on
purpose. You know what? Aside, I want to take a little sideline here because Mother's Day is coming up. Do you know what we're doing for Mother's Day? Tell them what we're doing for Mother's Day. We're doing this.
We're getting spun.
Are we doing this for us?
We're getting
doing
looped.
this for our kids? Why are we doing this?
Because we love it.
And
they have season passes.
Yeah, and so it's inexpensive.
It's affordable for the kids, and that's important for a mom. You don't want to guilt them. See, we're on topic.
And
we're just spending more than we can afford.
We really want to spend time with our kids, and we want to spend time with our kids doing things that we can enjoy with them that they like instead of just that we like.
Right.
Because let's face it,
we're fun.
We're fun, but they're a little older. We
old.
haven't been to Magic Mountain with them for like 10 years, so we decided. We need to kind of regress a little bit. We're getting a little crotchety. We want to hang with the younger people so we can stay young.
Right.
So we decided to do a young thing.
Yes. You think that's young? My mom was 70, and she still loves a roller coaster. She likes to spin around when the bottom drops out. Just woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Well, we'll be doing that on Sunday.
Get off.
So I'm proud of us.
I'm very proud.
All right. So good segue. So
thank you very much.
Think about what you want to do on Mother's Day with your kids where you can enjoy your kids.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Without guilt.
Without guilt.
Since that's a topic.
Yeah, let's not guilt them.
Oh.
Gee, I wish you would
No,
call.
you had to say that? That's not fair. That's really only the really one thing that the mom has a right to do is guilt her children.
No.
On Mother's Day. One day, give me one day a year.
I'm going to put you over my knee.
Not later.
Later, you'd like it too much.
Okay. So.
No, we can't do that.
Wait, guilt. The gift that lasts.
We don't do guilt anymore.
Not guilt.
We're not doing guilt and manipulation anymore. We gave that up for Lent. And it's still Lent in our lives.
I lent it to somebody, they didn't give it back.
So anyway, guilt.
Yes.
So if you do something motivated by guilt, it taints it, right?
Tainted guilt.
Tainted
guilt.
Let me know when you're through. Go ahead. So other kinds of guilt are guilt we lay on other people, like we were just talking about. Like, you never call, it's all right. You know, the Jewish mother syndrome thing.
I do my best.
Jewish Italian mothers. So let's be mindful of the guilt we lay on others, how we try to manipulate other people to do what we want.
I am perfectly mindful. I have it all played out in my mind before they even walk through the door. So, you look nice, you must be rested, which means you had a lot of time to yourself. Not that you had time to call your mother, but if you did, I am very mindful of the guilt I lay.
Look at that new outfit, and yet my Mother's Day gift was only this schmeggle thing.
That's it. Gewalt. You have the weirdest sense of... Okay, so, she's right. Guilt can be distributed evenly among the children without being... I'm so good I'm not even aware of it. So,
we're not doing that anymore. We gave it up for Lent. So,
flashback.
Being straightforward, asking for what you want without twisting the knife is a good thing.
Okay. Well, that was well put.
Well, I mean, isn't that what we do when we use guilt? It's like,
Well, sometimes, it's important to say to some of the goddesses who don't step up and keep their word, which happens from time to time because people get tired and they're very, very busy. That's always the best excuse. I was very, very busy. Too busy to call? Too busy to tell me no? Too busy to show up when you said you were going to? We have a cure for that. And since it's an important issue to release or deflect guilt or to not even let it in, I gave a very important gift to one of our last goddesses.
Yes, here we are!
Goddess guilt deflectors!
Guilt deflectors.
Choo, choo,
and we use it against her the most.
Hey, do not. Choo, choo. Italian. Choo, choo. Choo. You have to say that when you use these. Choo,
Watch
choo.
my face.
What?
You were close.
Yes, thank you. So, I work out. Okay. Don't ever do that again, Mom. I'm sorry, I just heard my daughter's voice. So yes, these are the guilt deflectors when someone says, what do you mean you can't come to camp this week? You know it's Queen Camp, and I am the queen, and I'm going to have a fabulous camp. And she goes, my dog died, I can't go. She goes like this instead. Wow. Thank you so much for your invitation, and what's right for me is to do what I need to do with my family.
Yes, and instead, it's always best to ask for what you want, or to speak your truth from the I. And why aren't you going, and you doing, and you showing up, and I'm pissed off at you. Instead, I'm having a problem with this. This hurts my feelings. I'm sad. I will miss you. That way, it's real, it's authentic, but it's not pointing the finger, which is the place that we get in the worst trouble. Shame and blame, shame and blame, shame and guilt, they go hand in hand. Wow. What do you have to say about shame? You know a lot about that.
It's funny, she blew my joke. My joke was I'm too embarrassed to tell you. Shame is not something, now if you want to get serious, shame is so detrimental and painful that is something I've never ever done to my children. And
how about
my
to
friends.
yourself?
No, I haven't done it to myself.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry that I haven't done
on.
more. I beat myself up for not accomplishing or being farther along, like
what do you
progress.
think that is?
But I'm not ashamed of it because I know I've never done anything to be embarrassed or that I did on purpose. I should be, you know.
Except for that public burp the other day.
No, it wasn't. It was the dog. And I didn't know the mic was on. So, if you don't do things on purpose that are mean, you have nothing to be ashamed of. And that's really, so to put that on someone else, that, to me, that's evil. Shaming your children? Shame on you? Why did you do that?
You should
Whose
be
mother
ashamed
didn't do that?
of yourself.
You
Oh, I
know?
got that.
And how did that help the situation at all?
I just was like this all the time.
You just felt bad because kids don't really know what shame is. They don't go look it up in the dictionary. Shame, a feeling of self-loathing.
You know, people do that to their dogs. Have you noticed they do that to
shame
their dogs?
on you. And just,
and the dog
Thank
goes
you.
like this and
Thank
slinks
you.
away.
Oh.
We project this shit onto people and dogs and everything else.
Wrong dog. My dog was obviously too dumb to go. Shame. Wow. Throw it. Throw it again. Throw some shame.
So we don't go for shame.
Yes, shame's not on the book.
And the thing is, we shame
table.
ourselves. We do things that we think we don't want the whole public to know.
Oh, is that
You know,
shame?
as we started this show, one of the things I realized as I was stepping into this media career is that I'm probably going to have experiences that I don't enjoy. In fact, I had one recently when I did a TV show, and they edited it so horribly. It was awful, and I told everybody not to watch it. It was
wow.
And I felt ashamed of that show, even
That's
though
too bad.
I didn't do anything that I should be ashamed of, but I certainly didn't feel good about putting it out there.
But like I said, shame is a different definition because it's something you did on purpose, that you should be embarrassed or feel bad that it was perpetrated by you. That is something to have shame about. Is something wrong you did on purpose. I don't feel that you did anything wrong with giving your best performance.
But even so, don't you think that everything we do, even those things that we look back upon and don't like or don't think it was the best choice, at the time we thought it was the best choice or we wouldn't have done it.
Right.
We're doing the best we can to shame ourselves. You know what it's like? It's like taking an ice pick and poking holes in yourself and all your energy leaks out.
I hate when that happens.
It takes away. So what you need to do is forgive yourself for something that you don't appreciate or a misstep or something that you've done that you look back and go, oh God.
Immediately, by the way.
Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
You're human.
Stop carrying it.
Yeah, let it go. Human beings are human. We all fall down. We all lose it.
Right.
We all say things we wish we hadn't, except for me.
It's true.
And
I've seen it happen.
I work very hard at not saying
or
things.
not happen.
Yeah. But
I've seen it not happen many times with Sean. But something we do a lot at camp is when someone says, well, so I'm going to learn to love myself and I'm going to give up the guilt. And we'll say, so when would you like to start? It's something that Joy taught us. Yeah. Joy, Lisker, Mitchell.
That's all.
Our goddess queen.
Yeah.
Who established goddess camps in the beginning of time. And she would always say, now is the time.
Now is the time.
The best of times is now. And so
give
up the shame and guilt today.
And if you're having trouble letting it go, you know, it is a process and it's okay. So So you have a choice in each moment to make a different choice. So if you catch yourself doing that thing that you do,
Right.
you can go, oh, did it again.
Right.
New choice.
Right.
We're creating like new neural pathways. You've got this habit, this thing that you do, and we're creating a new one. And the less attention you give to this one, the stronger this one gets.
Listen to what she just said, because this is the key to happiness, folks. You creating a different choice.
And a different path.
And it is absolutely not only possible, it's the way life works for everybody. When you look at someone you saw them before when they were sad or feeling guilty or whatever, and now they're over it. They're over it because they made a different choice. They forgave themselves. Doesn't mean it was the right thing to do, but it happened. So since you agree that that was horrible and you suffered long enough, that's enough for some people to go, okay, it was horrible, right? I deserved all that. Yes, you did. But now you have suffered enough. And that phrase alone has helped so many people just take the next step. Nip it in the bud, take the step into thinking differently about themselves.
A lot of people, I know I used to do this, and I'm really letting go of this one, is that, oh, I had this traumatic experience, whatever it was, whether I perpetrated or they perpetrated, and therefore, anytime anything feels the slightest little bit like it might be that, I'm going to re-experience all that I remember experiencing from the past to remind me and protect me against having it happen in the future. But all it does is regurgitate it.
Yes.
Isn't that a lovely word? So,
it's true.
I know you love those words. So, you can let go of the pain and the trauma. You don't have to hold on to that. You got the lesson.
Yes.
You got the lesson. And if you didn't get the lesson, guess what? You'll get another opportunity to take the new choice. And in fact, in this process of shift, in this process of change, there will be times when you will make the new choice.
Yes.
And it will feel really good. There may be times when you even choose to do the old behavior. But it's conscious.
Okay.
But it's conscious.
But it will be conscious the next time. That's the importance.
Exactly. Yes. And sometimes it may serve to do the old behavior, or it may not, but you'll choose it because it's a default or whatever's going on. But then you learn from that.
Okay.
So know that you'll take some steps forward. You might take a step back here and there. It's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Oh, there it is. Again, I got to choose. Make the new choice. I got to make the new choice.
Right. The backsliding is something I believe everybody does.
Except for you.
Except for me. And I'm trying to make people feel better. Because it's taken me a long time to be perfect and never ever backslide or buy anything else to go in the house that shouldn't be here or clutter up anything after cleaning out.
You're perfectly imperfect.
I am perfectly aware of my perfections and my imperfections.
No, we're not perfect. Otherwise, there'd be nowhere to go.
There'd be nowhere to grow.
So we're perfectly imperfect. Yeah. Every imperfection that we're experiencing is an opportunity for us to grow further in the direction we want to grow. So it's all awesome.
Yes, it really is. When you enjoy your ride, oh, that's another whole show, enjoying this ride. Because it's crazy.
It is.
I'm telling you.
And you never know what's going to come around the corner.
No, you think you do. And when it comes up and it makes you happy, you go, oh,
but we're not doing that show.
I'm still going to
say that for the next
week. Thank you. Good idea.
Okay. Or we won't have anything to talk about. So, you know. So, we've decided,
have we?
I think unanimously, that guilt and shame are a waste of time and energy. They just leak you, they drain you, they incapacitate you and paralyze you.
Yes. Now talk about others.
No more.
Doing it to others.
We're so done.
Just plain mean. Don't do it to others.
Do your best not to do it to others.
Don't do it to others, because it's just plain mean. It doesn't get you anywhere. Use the statement Shama said, which is, I need this from you. Instead of, why don't you ever do this for me? See the difference? Okay? So you use clear statements and I statements and love.
You did say something that I have to comment on. I love you so much.
Thank you.
I need this from you. You cannot ever expect another person to do your bidding. You can ask, but they have every right to say no. And you can say, but I need it.
But why did I have children?
That's a manipulation. Just ask, and if not, then there's other ways to get your needs met. Other people are not responsible to meet your needs, honey.
To make you happy.
Right.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, who'd you hear that?
Didn't buy it the first time. Just wrong.
But you're learning.
I had children for a reason.
You're learning.
Okay, so where were we?
Oh,
Wrapping up.
they're giving you the love you never got, right?
My children?
Yeah.
No, they're giving me the love I deserve. Thank you very much. And I'm giving it back. There's a symbiotic relationship here.
I'm so excited about Sunday. Our kids, her son and my daughter are taking us to Magic Mountain.
We're digressing. We're supposed to wrap this up here. Okay, so no guilt. Give the gift
tell
that
me why
lasts.
we have this?
Oh, I was going to get into
What is this?
doing things that we love and
These are our
relax
guests.
ourselves.
You know our guests. This is the room we have for guests.
This is Happy Cat.
So, that's awesome.
Isn't that beautiful? That's
That
a
is
hand-painted cat. And it reminds me that when I'm not getting my needs met, I'm trying to guilt someone into doing something for me, go take care of myself. Take care of myself. And the first thing I do, which is
She's
not
getting
guilty
better.
pleasure,
She really is
read a book. So my guilty pleasures are reading books because I'm taking care of myself by slowing down, taking the pressure off of other people to make me happy. Also, meditation is something that I love and it's important. And if I miss it for a couple of months, because I'm so involved in making other people happy, I miss my mind. I miss the good mind that is in there. The mind that really, really works and works to lay out a whole grid of happiness for me to experience if I would settle down and just let it flow. So for me, without guilt, I'm learning to meditate and read and enjoy my life and meet my own needs.
awesome.
Thank you.
Me, my hot tub church. Somebody's coming in the front door.
The hot tub church.
And taking a day off every now and then to do nothing, just watch my favorite shows and movies and do nothing.
Right. I know. These are important things. We're going to talk about it in another show coming up, which will be about doing what you love, doing what's important. And so we hope to see you at our next show, our next episode. And until then, we will see you.
Until the next time. Good
Good
morning,
morning, goddess.
There we go. Yay.
Well, that was easy. I'll shut
That
it
was
off.
easy. Shut
Hold
it
still.
off.
Smile. Keep smiling.
Keep smiling.
Bye.
Yay.